This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weight. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Happy Tuesday. What up? Welcome. Off the Wall Man Cave. It is the Jason Walker Show. Coming up today, we'll talk with Helena High head football coach Dane Broadhead about his team's 0-2 start, and it could easily be 2-0, but 0-2 officially. So we'll talk to Coach Broadhead about that. We've got our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week and much more, all on the way as we break down a busy weekend of football across the state of Montana. You can watch on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, Truth Social. Where else? You can listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, Spotify, iHeart, Podcast, Apple, Google Podcast. Just go to jasonwalkershow.com. And you can also go to jasonwalkermedia.com and check out flag football games from over the weekend. That's right. East Helena girls hosted, let's see, they had Butte, Flathead, and Hamilton in town on Saturday. And took on Flathead and Hamilton, took them to the wire before falling to 0-3, but very fun. And we announced those games, and you can hear those at jasonwalkermedia.com. Good stuff. Big fan of flag football. Huge. Jefferson's got a big jamboree this weekend. Three Forks, East Helena in town at Boulder. Also, Thursday night, East Helena at Butte, under the lights at Naranchi. 7 o'clock, flag football. So if you get a chance to go watch it, it is awesome. And my little one was a ball girl along with her friend for both East Helena games. And she had fun. And watching the two of them on the sidelines, interacting with the high school girls for the flag football team and the coaches and the officials. Oh, it was so cool. So cool. But had a good weekend. Hope you did too. Friday, we went to East Helena varsity football game. Watched them pound Hardin 54-8. It was 54-0 when we left. Running clock instituted at the end of the first half. East Helena, I know it was Hardin, but East Helena, very impressive the first couple of drives. And it was fun to watch and feel that community for the Vigilantes. Very fun, very fun. And then Saturday we had some golf, and then the flag football game. Sunday, a little golf in the morning, and then I had to mow the yard for my wife. First I had to pick up the dog poo, and then I had to mow the yard, and then I had to weed eat. I mean, I do it all the time anyway. I shouldn't say for the wife, but she'd asked me nicely because she wanted to bury one of the dogs that passed and was cremated almost 2 years ago. But so Pig is now next to his sister Pixie in our backyard. And my wife's got a nice little area that she takes care of for the pups. So that was cool. And then yesterday I went and golfed Rock Creek Cattle Company. Never golfed it, but had a buddy get us on. And man, beautiful course. Lots of fun. I think I overdid it, though. 4 straight days of golf coming off the major surgery I had last week. But got a little tired towards the end, but still had fun. And my one friend, he was thinking it's definitely in the top 10, and he's played some great courses, you know, Oakmont and down in Texas and Palm Springs and Florida. He's played a lot of different places. But he said Rock Creek's definitely in his top 10. I would not disagree with that. I still think for me, my favorite course that I've played might be Wilderness Lub up in Eureka. And we did that 4 years ago. My wife and I went up for my birthday. And I think that might be my favorite course. But Rock Creek, great, easy drive. And it was a lot of fun. And it was really funny because I'm used to going on these golf trips with my buddies. And, you know, last year, the year before, go to Pro-Ams and stuff. And I was never the designated driver. Well, now I am. But yesterday was funny because nobody in our group drinks. So we had a fun time. But thanks to my buddy for getting us on, and thanks to the Rock Creek Cattle Company for the great course. Beautiful, beautiful. Football over the weekend, some great stuff. The Cats get a huge win. Would they run 4 plays and score twice and blow out Maine? The Grizz blow a 17-point lead in the second half or at halftime and come and fall to North Dakota on the road. So Grizz 1-1. Cats off this week. The Grizz hosting Moorhead State, non-scholarship school. So expect an easy win for the Grizz. Good scheduling there. And yeah, high school football over the weekend. Fun stuff. Mentioned East Helena. That was a really good time. Some other games over the weekend. Capital, huge win over Billings Skyview. Merrick Mihelish, 4 total touchdowns. Drew Almquist caught 1 score, rushed for another. Bozeman is the defending champs, and everybody thought, oh, Bozeman's going to be down because they lost a lot of talent from last year's championship team. Well, guess what? They're still undefeated. 42-14 dismantling of Butte. Brady Casagranda and Cash Embry each with a couple of touchdown passes. Yeah. Bozeman's still there. Oh, by the way, Casagranda also scored twice on the ground. He had 4 total touchdowns. Big Sky shutout CMR. West, we mentioned, beat Helena High 26-19. We'll talk to Coach Broadhead. Glacier rolled Senior. Glacier looked really good early in the season. Bridger Smith, Jackson Presley, touchdown passes. Kobe Dorchus, 220 yards on the ground and scored 3 times. Yeah. They rolled Senior 49-6. Here's the interesting game. Belgrade got its first win in the AA in 2 years. And its first non-conference AA win in 5 years. The Panthers beat Flathead and got head coach Jeremy Curry his first win. It was 3-2. 3-2 was the final in AA football. Now, did both teams play that good at defense? I know there were some interceptions. Or both teams just not that good this year. 3-2. Class A, Frenchtown keeps rolling. Brody Hardy, 3 touchdowns. Also threw for 1. This is a big game, big win. Justice McGee scored in overtime. Butte Central, which has not been great on the football field lately, a 22-21 win over Hamilton. Billings Central rolled Havre 35-20. Laurel beat Lewistown 21-6. Crew Hunter with 3 touchdowns. Mentioned East Helena. Jack Taylor had 4 touchdown passes. And they were on the money. Caden Cohn had an interception return for a score. Class B, Jefferson is 2-0. Luke Oxart, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns. Oh, and he also had 15 tackles. The Panthers beat Cutbank 39-21. Eureka got past Whitefish 39-32. Ryan Lytle, 5 touchdowns. He ran 4. He also passed for 109. Not touchdowns, yards. Fairview Got past Forsyth, 62-8. Broadview Levina keeps rolling, up 43-6 at the half, win 57-12 over Fromberg. Connor Glennie, 3 scores, also passed for 1 and caught another. And he had 178 yards on the ground. That's a pretty good night. Let's see here. Get to the Saturday games because there were some good ones. Maybe. There we go. 8-man Valley Christian beat R. Lee. Moderate upset. Box Elder all over North Star. 6 touchdown passes for Tori Stiffarm Rosette. That's pretty good. Big Sandy, 51-7. Oh, and by the way, he also caught a touchdown pass. So, 8 total scores. No, 7 total scores. Carter Jarenka, 4 scores on the ground for Big Sandy in a win over Sunburst. 7 touchdown passes for Rowan Wilson. He also scored 3 on the ground as Bainville rolled Frode Lake 75-39. 10 touchdowns total. I love 6-man football. Oh, it's so much fun. Let's see. Frontier Conference, there were some games, and it appears, I mean, there's going to be a couple of powerhouses this year, I think, in the Frontier. Montana Western, I mean, they returned all 11 starters on offense from a year ago. They put up 59 on Eastern Oregon Saturday, 593 total yards. Eli Norse, another huge game. Michael Palindry scored 6 total touchdowns. Who's this kid from Tech? Jaden Downs has 4 interceptions through 2 games. That's pretty good. Montana Tech, 9-2 its last 11 road games. Got the win at Carroll over the weekend. And I know the score was close, but it really wasn't that close of a game. Tech beat Carroll 30-22. Carroll scored late, but Tech was in control from the opening get-go. Southern Oregon got a win. Rocky beat Northern, but who hasn't? Offensive Player of the Week, Western's quarterback, Landry. Defense, Anthony Oakes from Tech, and Kobe Tanioka of Western, your special teams player of the week. So Carroll had a bright spot. Xavier Ford, 21 carries, 151 yards, and a score. So, yeah. What games you got this week? Western is at College of Idaho, or takes on College of Idaho in Dillon. That's a rematch of last year's playoff game. That's going to be a whale of a game. Carroll will host Rocky, and future Frontier School Simpson will be hosting Southern Oregon. Eastern Oregon hosts Whitworth, and Fort Lewis will host Arizona Christian, that game in Durango, Colorado. So there's your Frontier schedule for the upcoming week. Let's see, what else did we see? Just lots of good football. No question about that. How's your fantasy team after week 1 of the NFL? I went 1-1. Lost by 7 points, 6 points in one league. I needed Debo Samuel to get me like 22 points. He got me 13, so maybe I lost by 8 points. I don't know, something like that. It was close. That's all I know. 107-100. That's what I lost. My other league, I won 110-100. 50. So that was moderately good. I need to pick up a new tight end, though. But good stuff. Lots of fun. Let's take a break. We'll come back. When we return... Oh, let's do our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week before we do that. I got to go. I mean, there were some great performances, but I think we got to go up to the High Line, right? I mean, Box Elder, Torrey Stiff Arm Rosette is in competition, nominee for sure. But, man. Okay, our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week this week is going to be Rowan Wilson of Bainville. 7 touchdown passes. He rushed three touchdowns. That's 10 total touchdowns in a 75-39 win over Floyd Lake. And let's not forget how dominant Floyd Lake was just a few years ago. That's a big win for Bainville. Rowan Wilson, our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. By the way, Lockwood with a shutout win. Columbus with a shutout win. Conrad beat Anaconda. There's some good football over the weekend. So our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week, Rowan Wilson from Bainville. If you need anything done performance-wise like Rowan Wilson did for your vehicle, get into Auto Concepts. They are your auto enhancement professionals located in Helena. Quick break. We'll come back off the wall man cave, and we will talk to Helena High football coach Dane Broadhead. His team's 0-2. Open up Western AA play this weekend against Hellgate. We'll break that down for you next here on the Jason Walker Show.
If you are truly looking to get away for a weekend, let Auto Concepts get you started. Introducing the Overlander camping setup. The tent fits right on top of your truck, sleeps 3, and features an LED light bar and USB connections. It's easy to travel with and pack up to get you away from everyone and up off the ground. Auto Concepts also will get your rig detailed to look good for the summer to make sure your vehicle looks sharp inside and out. Auto Concepts does window tinting, lift kits, cattle guards, and more. Everything your vehicle needs. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
For more than 20 years, Off the Wall Advertising has built a track record of success helping businesses like yours across the state of Montana. While working with hundreds of businesses, including Jason Walker Media, they have developed a system for success. Off the Wall Advertising utilizes indoor advertising, placing professional billboards in high-traffic locations. Let Off the Wall Advertising show you how to get the return on investment you expect from every advertising dollar. Off the Wall Advertising, along with the Jason Walker Show and Continental Divide Radio, have packages for even more bang for your buck. Contact Off the Wall today at offthewallmt.com to schedule a free consultation.
There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena.
Saturday nights are meant for dancing, fun, and good times, and Continental Divide Radio is your home for all that and more as we bring you the Joe Mitchell State Farm Country Dance Hour, followed by an hour of nothing but the best from the 80s with the Joe Mitchell State Farm 80s Party Hour. Celebrate the music of your memories with only the best country dance songs and music from the decade of decadence. The Joe Mitchell State Farm Country Dance Hour and the Joe Mitchell State Farm 80s Dance Party, Saturday nights beginning at 9 on Continental Divide Radio. Casey Damon is a sixth-generation Montanan with deep roots, making her a true Montana insider. She knows all the best places, from fishing and recreation to entertainment and local hidden gems. She grew up here, went to the historic Central Elementary School, and graduated from Helena High. She is proud of her Montana lifestyle and loves Montana history. Helena and Central Montana are great places to live, work, and enjoy, which is why she chooses to keep calling it home. Voted Helena's favorite realtor and Montana's best residential realtor, there's no wonder why people go to her for their real estate needs. Casey understands that selling and buying a home is complex and deeply personal. There's also a lot at stake financially and personally. This perspective on the process and the responsibility felt towards her clients drives Casey to truly be an expert at her job. She understands the market and all the variables involved in a real estate transaction, making sure you feel supported and that you have a trusted advisor by your side. To work with Casey Damon, give her a call at 406-465-6780 or text KACIE to 85377.
Summer, the season to work hard, play hard. The days are heating up and getting longer. The smell of fresh cut grass, the hot sun on your skin. We kidding. We all know you're really thinking about having fun and relaxing at the Copper Club Casino. Meet your friends for a cold one. Play a $5 or $2. When you want great service, cold drinks, and fun entertainment, this is the place. The Copper Club Casino, where everybody knows your name any time of year. On Euclid, across from Molendi Center, the Copper Club Casino.
Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Always dancing down the street with his wavy blue eyes.
Segment of the Jason Walker Show in the Off the Wall Man Cave is brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. The Cars bringing us back in. Rick Ocasek. Not Ocasek. Ocasek. Did you know that? Now you do. What a great weekend. Great weekend. And had a lot of fun. I know you did too. Appreciate you tuning in. As always, you can get a hold of us on the Facebook Continental Divide Radio page or Jason Walker page. You can also tweet us, X us, at JWalkerSports, at Jason Walker Show, at Radio Divide. Yep, 3 of them. Find us on the Instagram as well. And for all of your Jason Walker Show needs, it's jasonwalkershow.com. Everything else, jasonwalkermedia.com. So, not a great weekend for Helena High as they fell by a touchdown single possession to Billings West on the road. Joining us to talk about that, look ahead to starting up Western AA play against Hellgate this week as the head coach of the Bengals, Dane Broadhead, joins us. Jason Walker Show.
All right, Coach, you and I were just talking week 2, kind of reminiscent of week 1, just a few plays away here or there, and you guys could be 2-0 instead of 0-2. But how are you?
Yeah, no, that's the margin of victory or whatever you want to call it, in the AA.
playing really good teams. You're on the road, and West is another good team, just like Bozeman week 1. And, yeah, like we were talking about, it's a couple plays here or there, and that's the difference in the ball game.
You did face – you're 0-2 in non-conference, but you did face two of the favorites from that eastern side in Bozeman and West. But after 2 games of football, the Bengals, how you feeling?
Yeah, I think we're fine. Obviously nobody wants to start 0-2. But like you said, they're non-conference games. From here on out, every game is very important. The nice thing about it, we came out unscathed. We're healthy. I think our kids are fine. The senior group has done a really good job of kind of handling it. So I think we are. I think we're still a really good football team. That was the message to them, after the game and again yesterday at practice. Obviously some things that we need to clean up and correct, and different things that we looked at when we met on Sunday. But, for the most part, it's we're really close. We're really close to being 2-0, and then everybody loves you. But, like I said, it's a couple plays here or there. So, we make a couple corrections and figure a couple things out, we're going to be just fine.
Dane Broadhead, the Helena High football coach, joining us. I had Molly Boyle, your backup PAT kicker, on the show last week. She is awesome, but she said that you finally remembered, on Wednesday, oh, I need to get you a changing room in West. It's one of those things that coaches usually don't think about until you have to. But that was interesting to me, that it was oh yeah, we can't travel and not have a room for our kicker to change in.
Yeah, no, kind of unique. No, Molly's awesome. It's really cool you had her on the show. Great kid. Been really fun having her around. One of those things, I just haven't had that situation in 3 years that I've been in charge. So, I had to reach out to West and make sure we had, something secured for her to get ready for the game. But like I said, it's pretty cool, that she stuck it out and is, just basically part of the team at this point. And it's pretty neat to have her on the roster.
You know what I like about it too, and I know we're talking about it right now, but it's kind of just under the radar. She's just a member of the football team, and she said that's how the guys treat her. She's just she's that extra manager. She's the extra help. She's just there. And when your team may need her, she's going to be there for you.
Yeah, no, she does. She's got a great leg, obviously, soccer background. And I think that's probably why I kind of overlooked it, because she just kind of is. She just kind of fits in with every, doesn't ask for any special treatment or anything like that. She's just kind of one of the, just another player on the team. So, no, like I said, it's been awesome to have her around, and I hope we, get into a situation where we can get her on the field and get her an opportunity to make some kicks.
Last question about that, but does she have the longest hair on the team, or is it one of the dudes?
There were a couple that were giving her a run for her money, but the two I'm thinking of off the top of my head both got haircuts, so I think she's probably got that locked down.
And I don't know if you can grow it anymore.
Me personally?
Yeah, I don't think you can grow your hair.
Oh, no way. No, that ship is sailed. There's no way. I gotta keep it high and tight these days.
Dane Broadhead joining us. You got Hellgate this week. Take the first 2 games. You've watched all the film. You've talked to the team. What changes as you head into conference season, scheme-wise, or does anything change?
Yeah, I think naturally as you go through your season, you're gonna progress. You're gonna add some wrinkles. You're gonna add some changes. you know, to your scheme. So, you know, that's always evolving. You know, that's what, you know, obviously Sunday mornings are for us as a staff to go back and look at, you know, what do we need to add? What do we need to take away? What's our opponent doing? So that's naturally going to change. I think, you know, from a team standpoint, like I said, it's just a matter of, you know, focusing and the preparation piece of, you know, being able to execute, especially in special situations, again, third down, red zones, you know, those crucial times and making that an emphasis during the week of practice and hopefully getting better in those areas.
When you look at Hellgate specifically, what stands out, because we know the history over the last decade, but this is a team that has gotten better, has gotten a little bit of culture back in there. So what stands out for the Knights?
Yeah, I think, you know, like the last few years, they've got some really good skilled kids. The quarterback's a nice player, a couple good receivers again, you know, kind of a big tight end H type kid that played linebacker for them. So, the cover is not there, you know, and the one thing that sticks out, they play hard, you know, and they're not that far away from being a competitive, good football team. So it's, you know, like I told the guys, you know, you kind of got to throw the records out or whatever. You know, we found ourselves in a situation 2 years against these guys, you know, kind of the same thing. You know, we're at home. It's almost weird. It's almost like the same thing. We lost a couple days of practice due to smoke. You know, obviously we were inside yesterday with the smoke. You know, it started raining on game day. It's forecasted to rain on Friday, you know, and then 2 years ago it was 7-6. We're getting our butts kicked at halftime. You know, so that was kind of the message to the guys, you know, don't overlook the record or whatever. The first 2 weeks from these guys, they're a good football team.
You know, we talk a lot about different players on the team, but one thing you just brought up with the smoke and, you know, joking about Molly needing a changing area, but you have to think too, as a coach, as a staff, who's got asthma, who's got breathing problems, who's got this and that when it comes to this time of the year. And I mean, your home state's the reason for all this smoke, but
right.
You know, those are things that the average person doesn't think about. And I can't imagine having to be in your shoes game planning, but then thinking, okay, well, who can practice today? Who can't go outside? Blah, you know, those sort of things.
Yeah. And a lot of that, you know, is kind of out of our hand. You know, obviously when we're up against the smoke thresholds, if it goes in the red, you know, we're obviously inside. So, but no, there's an element to that. You know, you kind of got to figure out, you know, what practice is going to look like and how much you can do outside, if you can do anything, you know, what does indoor practice look like? So hopefully this cold front, you know, blows in by, I think it's supposed to come in by Thursday. So hopefully this is the last of the smoke impact. Honestly, we've been pretty lucky, you know. Yesterday was really the first practice that was impacted. So, but yeah, it's definitely, you know, one of those things, you know, a lot of states, you know, they don't mess with it, but yeah, here we are, you know, almost mid-September and still dealing with it. So
that Mac Lundstrom to Jackson Lieber connection is really good. But Carter Petrie, you mentioned him at the beginning of the year, a couple of touchdowns on Friday night for you, an emerging star for the Bengals.
Yeah, no, Carter had a great night. Obviously, you know, within our building, we knew how special he was going to be, how competitive he is. You know, he's not a very big kid. You know, you look at it and look at him on the roster and go, you know, he's small, undersized or whatever, but he doesn't care. And he, you know, he just plays the game the right way. He attacks every day. You know, even more than the production on the field, he's become a really good leader for us, which has really been cool to see. You know, obviously made some huge plays down in Billings, both sides of the ball. You know, the punt return was huge. You know, I think it was, I don't know, it was 50 plus. I can remember 56 yard, whatever it was. Really a huge play for us. We kind of sputtered on offense. in the first quarter, just couldn't sustain any drives. And then he pops that big one, and that really got us going on Friday night.
It is National TV Dinner Day. Favorite TV dinner as a kid?
Oh, man. We weren't like a big TV dinner family. I'm lumping this in there, but you got to go frozen pizza. I mean, that's not like a Hungry Man or anything like that, but that's, you pop a Red Baron in the oven or a Tony's dude, now you're like living large.
When was the last time you had a TV dinner?
I honestly can't remember.
Me either.
I don't know. Like I've never, that's just not something I even just think about buying when I go to the grocery store.
Well, no, I mean, I remember when Bob was growing up, it was, once in a while he'd get the dinosaur nugget one, but.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember the last time I had a TV dinner.
Well, like anymore with the air fryer and stuff, it's like, you just pop something as a pizza rolls or some other really healthy, side dish for you to just, you're air frying it so it all of a sudden becomes healthy and you feel good about yourself. But, still kind of garbage. But no, I don't remember the last time I had a TV dinner.
Me either. Last question. First week of NFL thoughts.
The Giants are bad. The Giants are not going to win many games.
Tell us something we don't know.
If I bet NFL football, I probably wouldn't bet the Giants.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it. That's all I got for you.
Yeah, me too.
Trying to think. Fantasy team did pretty good, though. Tyreek Hill gets arrested and just absolutely goes off. He helped me out. I also had the Bears defense, so that was really big.
I went 1-1 with my fantasy teams. I won like 110-50, and then I lost by 7 points, I think, in my other league.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that had 50 points? My goodness.
I know. Well, he drafted nothing but 49ers, and I know they won, but I mean, Brock Purdy's not exactly,
No, McCaffrey didn't even play last night, did he?
No, and I had T. Higgins, and I still put up 110, and he didn't play either.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty good day then. Not bad.
So 1-1. I'll take it.
There we go. Not a bad start.
No overreactions after week 1.
No, we've got to pump the brakes.
Yes. Good luck at home Friday night, the first of 3 straight at home, and looking forward to chatting next week after the first win of the year.
Awesome. Sounds great. Thanks for having me.
That is Dane Broadhead joining us, the head football coach of Helena High, hosting Hellgate Friday night at 7 at Vigilante. And going to be some good football this weekend, too. I know Capital opens up the Western AA play. Well, everybody in the AA opens up conference play. We'll talk to Kyle Mihelish tomorrow. They take on Sentinel in Missoula. That's going to be a very good football game. And then Helena High's got Glacier next week at home, and Capital will be at Hellgate. Other good games, let's see, this week. Got some good ones. It's a bye week for Townsend, so they're off. Malta is, let's see here, Friday. Jefferson High plays Malta up in Malta. Is that right? Yeah, up in Malta. Let's see here. East Helena's, I got a bye week this week too, I think. Which is kind of weird, but yeah. No, they're at Billings Central this week. That's right. Host Miles City next week. And that Billings Central game will be up at Rocky, which is awesome. Jefferson High flag football. Why am I on tennis? I don't want tennis. That was last year's anyway. Jefferson High flag football, I know, is in action. And they will be East Helena's at Butte. Jefferson High's hosting the Jamboree on Saturday. That schedule's not exactly... Oh, no. Let me read. I can read. Jefferson girls flag football travels to Lockwood Thursday. They host the Jefferson Jamboree. And then divisionals on Saturday. And then the divisionals are next Saturday, the 21st. Okay. I know what I'm doing. I promise. It's not a Monday, but it feels like it sometimes. Off the Wall Man Cave. We'll take a break. We'll come back and get set to tell you what's on the way tomorrow on This Day in History coming up. And a whole lot more, too, still to come. It's a Tuesday. Jason Walker Show. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
For more than 20 years, Off the Wall Advertising has built a track record of success helping businesses like yours across the state of Montana. While working with hundreds of businesses, including Jason Walker Media, they have developed a system for success. Off the Wall Advertising utilizes indoor advertising, placing professional billboards in high-traffic locations. Let Off the Wall Advertising show you how to get the return on investment you expect from every advertising dollar. Off the Wall Advertising, along with the Jason Walker Show and Continental Divide Radio, have packages for even more bang for your buck. Contact Off the Wall today at offthewallmt.com to schedule a free consultation.
If you are truly looking to get away for a weekend, let Auto Concepts get you started. Introducing the Overlander camping setup. The tent fits right on top of your truck, sleeps 3, and features an LED light bar and USB connections. It's easy to travel with and pack up to get you away from everyone and up off the ground. Auto Concepts also will get your rig detailed to look good for the summer to make sure your vehicle looks sharp inside and out. Auto Concepts does window tinting, lift kits, cattle guards, and more. Everything your vehicle needs. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Casey Damon is a 6th-generation Montanan with deep roots, making her a true Montana insider. She knows all the best places from fishing and recreation to entertainment and local hidden gems. She grew up here, went to the historic Central Elementary School, and graduated from Helena High. She is proud of her Montana lifestyle and loves Montana history. Helena and Central Montana are great places to live, work, and enjoy, which is why she chooses to keep calling it home. Voted Helena's favorite realtor and Montana's best residential realtor, there's no wonder why people go to her for their real estate needs. Casey understands that selling and buying a home is complex and deeply personal. There's also a lot at stake financially and personally. This perspective on the process and the responsibility felt towards her clients drives Casey to truly be an expert at her job. She understands the market and all the variables involved in a real estate transaction, making sure you feel supported and that you have a trusted advisor by your side. To work with Casey Damon, give her a call at 406-465-6780 or text KACIE to 85377.
There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena.
Saturday nights are meant for dancing, fun, and good times, and Continental Divide Radio is your home for all that and more as we bring you the Joe Mitchell State Farm Country Dance Hour, followed by an hour of nothing but the best from the 80s with the Joe Mitchell State Farm 80s Party Hour. Celebrate the music of your memories with only the best country dance songs and music from the decade of decadence. The Joe Mitchell State Farm Country Dance Hour and the Joe Mitchell State Farm 80s Dance Party, Saturday nights beginning at 9 on Continental Divide Radio.
Summer, the season to work hard, play hard. The days are heating up and getting longer. The smell of fresh cut grass, the hot sun on your skin. Who we kidding? We all know you're really thinking about having fun and relaxing at the Copper Club Casino. Meet your friends for a cold one. Play a $5 or two. When you want great service, cold drinks, and fun entertainment, this is the place. The Copper Club Casino, where everybody knows your name any time of year. On Euclid, across from Molendi Center, the Copper Club Casino.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back. Jason Walker Show. Segment brought to you by Copper Club Casino. Drink and gamble responsibly. I don't know why, I just on a Cars kick today in the Off the Wall Man Cave. Speaking of cars, the Montana DAV is always looking for volunteers to drive our disabled vets across the state for their appointments at the VA and wherever else they need to go. And the DAV is always looking. And if you've got some extra time, you know, help out our DAV and help out our veterans after everything they've done for us, right? Get a hold of the DAV for any other information. They've also got a big poker run coming up this month. I've got the info right here at the tips of my fingers. The 6th annual DAV Shannon Spencer Memorial 120-mile ATV fun run, September 28th from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's going to start at Lincoln. You'll ride over Huckleberry Mountain to Trixie's in Ovando. Head over to the Copper Queen Saloon in Helmville. Climb the Dalton Mountain back to Lincoln Rodeo Grounds. And unlimited poker hands, $10 each. And everything after that will be held at the Lincoln Rodeo Grounds. So that is coming up on September the 28th with the Montana DAV. Oh, big week ahead of us with everything that's going on. Tomorrow on JasonWalkerMedia.com. Well, you can get the link there for Continental Divide Radio, but Jaywalk in the mornings starting at 6. Have some patriotic music tomorrow, the anniversary of 9/11, 23 years. So we will reminisce a little bit on Jaywalk in the mornings. Let's see what else is coming up this week. No surgeries. So that'll be good. We mentioned all the sports. You know, we're coming to the end of some of the fall sports already. And with golf wrapping up soon, cross country is going to wrap up soon. You got the volleyball all-class tournament in just over a month, right? 2 months. It's coming fast. And hope everybody is having fun in school so far. I know my little one is. And so it's funny because my wife has done Stitch Fix in the past. You know, you get clothes sent to you, you fill out what you like, they send them to you. If you like them, you buy them. If not, you send them back. Well, now she's got the little one on Stitch Fix. I wanted a few years ago to get on golf clothes version of Stitch Fix, and my wife's like, no, not happening. But I got home from golf last night, and the little one's got this pile of new clothes from Stitch Fix. I mean, and they're very cute. And as long as the little one's happy and the wife's happy, then I'm happy. And I'm happy. I am. I got a great life. This show normally is going to air at 5 o'clock on Continental Divide Radio, or has been. We're going to switch that up a little bit starting next week. I'm going to do some part-time work during the days, help out a friend of mine at his company. And we'll still do the morning show, still do this show. It's just going to air a little bit later, and always at jasonwalkershow.com. So keep that in mind as we move into next week. But still going to have the great coverage, still going to do everything, just a little bit later with that, and then the taped version always up online at jasonwalkershow.com. JasonWalkerMedia.com. If you have not listened or watched flag football, I highly recommend you go to the website and just scroll down on the homepage. There's 2 games: East Helena flag football against Flathead and East Helena girls against Hamilton. Amazing, amazing teams. And you think about flag football. 3 years ago, it started in Montana, right? You had Butte, Flathead, Glacier, the first 3. Last year, Lockwood and St. Ignatius hopped on to give us 5. There's 17 teams in the state of Montana this year. A 2-day state tournament is coming up for flag football and at the end of the month down in Bozeman. So unbelievable. And the growth in the state is fantastic. Talk to coaches, talk to players. And, you know, it's an emerging sport in MHSA. But what's great about flag football is if you want to get a program started, get a hold of the Arthur Blank Foundation and the Atlanta Falcons. They pay 100% startup fees. So your first year is 100% covered by the Arthur M. Blank Foundation. And then the next year it's 75%. The following year is 50%. And the Falcons have these flag football camps all over the country all summer long. The girls and the coaches that are startup programs have, you know, they don't have to worry about anything cost-wise, just learning the game. And there's different rules. It's 7-on-7. It's supposed to be no contact. There was a great full-fledged tackle the other day, though. It's awesome. But it's another activity for these young ladies to do. And I know East Helena is thinking about getting a middle school program going. And, you know, that's what I was talking to the Flathead coaching staff. After 6th grade up in Kalispell, there's nothing for girls to do for the most part. I mean, you got softball, soccer, but after that, 6th grade, there's nothing really. Cross country, but who wants to run? But if you have a young lady that wants to dabble in football or you know, be a part of a team, there's nothing better than flag football. Glacier's got like 65 girls on a roster. Flathead had 40-some. East Helena in his first year has 21 or 22. I know Jefferson's got good numbers. I saw the numbers from Hamilton, very good. Butte, great numbers. And it's just something else for young ladies to do and have a lot of fun doing it and being part of a team. If you don't like volleyball, and there's some great crossover athletes. I know Butte's got a couple of girls that play volleyball as well as flag football, and they chose flag football over volleyball if there's conflicts during game week or game days. Just another avenue for our young ladies to pursue, and there's college scholarships available. The NAI's got flag football. The lower levels of NCAA have it. And you can get scholarships. Get your college paid for. Partly paid for. However it works out. There's over 5,000 girls in Georgia that play flag football. They have their state championships at the Georgia Dome. That's how big it is in Georgia. And it's just keeping, I called it yesterday, or on Saturday, it's one of the fastest growing emerging sports in the country. And I'm 100% behind it. Sold. I watched 4 games last year at the state tournament, called them on SWX, and I was sold right off the bat. So if your school's thinking about it, get a hold of coaches that are doing it this year and have been doing it for the last couple years, and they'll support you and point you in the right direction. It's very, very cool. On this day in history, it is September the 10th, 2024. It is National TV Dinner Day. We talked about that with Coach Dane Broadhead. And I can't remember the last time I had a TV dinner. I know we used to have them growing up and, you know, something quick, throw it in the microwave. Was it the Salisbury steak one was pretty good, if I remember right. It is National Ants on a Log Day today, which is raisins, cheese, and celery. Good stuff. Swap Ideas Day today. Speaking of the debate tonight, anybody going to watch that? Speaking of swapping ideas, Kamala doesn't know how to swap out anything except men, but the debate tonight. Let's see. On this date in 1918, Boston Red Sox, Chicago Cubs players threatened to boycott the World Series unless they are guaranteed $2,500 to the winners and $1,000 each for the losers. And that was the last World Series that Boston won until 2004. 1961, Mickey Mantle, the 7th player in history to hit 400 career home runs. Rod Laver, his first Grand Slam, completed 1962 at the U.S. Open. On this date in 1969, the New York Mets sweep the Montreal Expos, putting them in first place for the first time in team history. They would go on to win the World Series that year. 1972, freestyle wrestler Dan Gable wins the 68-kilogram division gold at the Munich Olympics. He was the only wrestler that year not to have a single point scored on him in the competition. I met Dan Gable when now Colorado Mesa, but then Mesa State 18 years ago added wrestling as a sport down in Grand Junction, Colorado. Very, very cool. Dan Gable, great guy. 1977 U.S. Open. Chris Evert wins her 3rd straight singles title. Jimmy Connors beat Bjorn Borg in 1978 to win the U.S. Open on 3 different surfaces, the first player to do that. 1983 U.S. Women's Open. Martina Navratilova beats Chris Evert Lloyd, her first singles title at the U.S. Open. Steffi Graf wins her first U.S. title, wins the Grand Slam, 1988, beats Gabriella Sabatini. I had a huge crush on Gabby Sabatini. 1997, Mark McGwire joins Babe Ruth, the only players to hit 50 or more home runs 2 straight years. On this date in 2000, Indiana University fires basketball coach Bob Knight after an altercation with a student. 29 years unceremoniously dismissed. My favorite all-time coach in men's hoops, Bobby Knight. Arnold Palmer, born on this date in 1929. Roger Maris, born 1934. Randy Johnson, 1963, was born. And 1997, Brooke Henderson, a little Canadian golfer, was born. She's little but can crush it. She won the Women's PGA in 2016, the Evian in 2022. Can't believe she's been around that long. Doesn't seem like it. But I love watching Brooke Henderson on the golf course. Her and her caddy sister are super fun to watch when they're together. It's very cool. Let's do this.
We always hear from the guys.
Nope. How about this one? Yep, there you go.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
Walk-off presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Stop in for the best cage in this side of New Orleans. Fun show today. Dane Broadhead, thanks for joining us. Tomorrow, Kyle Mihelish from Capital. His Bruins 1-1 as they open up conference play this week at Sentinel. That's going to be a great game. Joe Horn from Townsend will join us tomorrow as Bulldogs 1-1 after beating Cutbank in week 1 and falling last week at home to Florence and have the bye week this week. So looking forward to chatting with those guys tomorrow. Later on this week, East Helena coach Tyler Murray, Jefferson coach Clint Lang. We will do it again tomorrow. Hope you join us. If you missed anything, JasonWalkerShow.com. Thanks to our fantastic sponsors, advertisers, listeners, viewers everywhere. All 50 states, 57 countries. Don't forget about Jaywalk in the mornings. Every weekday morning, 6 a.m. on Continental Divide Radio. You can check it out there at the TuneIn app, Odyssey app, Alexa. Free download at the Apple App Store. JasonWalkerMedia.com. We will do it again tomorrow from the Off the Wall Man Cave. Got to figure out dinner. Little one starts ballet tonight, too. And she's auditioning for the Nutcracker, which means I'll be in the Nutcracker this year. Looking forward to it. We'll see you back here tomorrow, Jason Walker Show.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.